It has now been 4 weeks that have been put in the books, and now we can start on week 5 of the 2023 NFL season. We're starting to see who's going to be good, who's going to be bad, who has the highest potential to collapse late in the year, or so. Without further ado, we got some exciting stuff. Let's get straight into the week 5 predictions. For the second year in a row, oh, I think this is the second year in a row, we got Bears Washington on Thursday Night Football. Well, and let's be honest, is the Bears really just suck? They really do just suck. And honestly, as much as I hate to say it, Washington has the better team. Sam Howell is starting to look like he could be a starting caliber quarterback. And so that's why the Washington is going to win this one over the Bears. Oh, great. Here we go. The Jaguars staying in London. But they're on the road this time as they got to go up against the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, this is a first true test as for the team if Kansas City wasn't that test. Well, second true test, if you want to go with that. But I think the Bills are going to slap them right back to reality that they still have a long ways to go. Bills are going to take this one in London against the Jaguars. Oh, great. AFC South matchup to open up the Sunday bat at 1 o'clock. Well, this is not going to go well, like at all. One of these teams unfortunately has to win. The Colts have looked like the better team so far. Or in Jonathan Taylor maybe coming back, maybe. But I think the Colts get it done at home against the Titans. You never know what you get out of the Titans. You can't trust them. So that's why I'm going with the Colts. Texans and Falcons in Atlanta. If there's a recurring theme we seem to have noticed, it's that the Falcons tend to win at home more than they do on the road. That's been the case with Desmond Ritter so far. And I think that case gets further proven here as they beat the Houston Texans, who are supposed to be tanking for the most part. They seem to want to avoid that for some reason. And mainly because they don't have a first round draft pick. But at least they're doing what they can. It'll be a close game, but Atlanta gets it done at home. Well, this is perhaps the easiest game in the week to predict, if not one of the easiest. It's the Lions hosting the Carolina Panthers. There's a winless Panthers squad who don't know what they want to do. The offense is just sucking for them. The defense is hit or miss, and you can't really tell how long it's going to take for Bryce Young to actually become an actual quarterback, which is why the Lions are going to win this one easily. The first of two ties that I have for this week, the Saints and the Patriots. Yes, Derek Carr might still play despite of injury, but that's only because Dennis Allen's job is likely on the line. New Orleans is going to be banged up a good bit. Patriots, in the meantime, coming off an embarrassing loss. And there's really going to be no chance these two teams make the playoffs, like at all. Just suck and suck and suck. Which is why I have this designated as my first of two ties. Yes, I say this game ends in a tie. Another easy game to predict The Giants going to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Should be a pretty good game for the Dolphins at least. So what do we got to worry about this? If Tua can stay healthy, obviously, but I think the Dolphins rebound and destroy the New York Giants at home. Well, this should be an interesting matchup. Ravens versus Steelers. Two teams that are known for going at each other. Likely gonna go at each other throughout the game. And man, you know this is gonna be a competitive match. And there are two quarterbacks. It depends on whether or not Kenny Pickett can stay healthy. But the Ravens are doing surprisingly well despite how banged up they are. And if they can keep that up, I say the Ravens pick this one up for an easy win. Oh boy, here we go. Late stretch. It's Bengals versus Cardinals. Burrow is likely gonna be playing because uh, Zach Taylor may have his job on the line already. They're lucky to have the Cardinals. Also, how's this going to matter? The Bengals have more talent overall. They'll better use it. And I think the Bengals come out on top over the Cardinals in this matchup. The other 4 or 5 game is the Eagles, who are still undefeated, going up against the Los Angeles Rams. And truth be told, the Rams were lucky last week that they were up against the Colts. Because with how things are going for them right now, they're likely going to have their home flourished with Eagles fans. And they can lose rather easily to this Eagles squad. So I'm taking my Eagles here to stay undefeated, at least for another week. You're telling me this is a 425 game? Really? Yes, it's in Denver, but jeez, this is gonna suck. And suck it will, because this is my other tie of the week. These two teams don't deserve to be anywhere near a playoff spot. Zach Wilson is playing, which means, well, they're stuck in the tank. Broncos look like they're in the tank despite that surprise comeback win. This, these two teams don't belong anywhere near playoffs. So this is gonna end in a tie. Another easy one to predict. Chiefs versus Vikings. The Vikings overachieved, so it's no surprise that now they gotta go up against a legitimate squad in the Chiefs. Well, they already lost to the Lions. However, they're facing Vikings. The epitome of football hell is going to lose at home against the Chiefs. And I think the majority of the country is going to end up with this because, of course, they will. But the Chiefs take this one easily. Moving on to Sunday Night Football is the Cowboys versus the 49ers. This is gonna be the first true test for this Cowboy squad to see whether or not they can truly compete with the best of the best. But there's a problem. They're without Trayvon Diggs. Micah Parsons just got hurt. With how much they've been hurting on defense, it's only a matter of time before they eventually collapse in. And it's only a matter of time until, well, Dak gets hurt himself. So, what does this mean? As long as the 49ers can maintain healthiness, they're going to take the dub over the Cowboys And my score prediction is set to be 21-19 Niners win. And to wrap up this week, there's only 14 games this time around because there are a few teams on bye. We'll go over those later. It's the Packers visiting the Raiders. To be frank, I still don't trust Josh McDaniels in the slightest. I really don't, especially not in prime time. Um, so I got the Packers winning this one on the road. They can definitely bounce back some more. And here is a recap of. There we go. Got everything fixed to where it should be. Here's a recap to look at the choices made. And if we scroll a little further down, the Browns, the Chargers, the Buccaneers, and the Seahawks are all on a bye week, which means they will not be playing at this point, in the season. All teams have one bye week. I will note that which teams are on bye. I once the next week arrives. That's just to be clear. Going forward, I'll say who's on bye before or we get into the predictions. Just so that way there's a general idea how many games there are. And those are my week 5 predictions. And thank you all so much for tuning in. And until next time, travel safely, hopefully.